All right, y'all, this is about take 3. I'm trying to get it right for y'all, but we are on this Boruto chapter 47 reaction review type shit. And just to get straight to the shit, man. Did I like the chapter? Oh, yes, I did. And it has me, like, I know we're on this whole Kashin Koji versus now the true form Isshiki, right? And that's like where they leave you off. That's the cliffhanger type shit. But really what I'm looking forward to with chapter 48 and more is I just want a little bit more explanation on this whole karma seal type thing, this whole parasite thing. Because it seems like it makes sense when you use the word parasite. It makes sense if, like, it's still a bit murky. All I'm going to say is that. And let me just get to the point of this chapter right now. Because some of it seems a little bit murky at the least. But I do enjoy the content that was dropped. I do enjoy the true form of Isshiki. That shit was wet. I swear. I looked at that chapter for about a good... Or that scene where he just finally reveals his face. You see his eye. If that's a Sharingan, I don't know what the fuck that shit is. And then definitely a Byakugan. But I looked at that page for a good 5-10 minutes and then just built that anticipation to see the rest. And then it was over pretty much. But the first thing about this chapter, 2 things I'm mad I didn't think about was shown immediately. The very first scene almost. Jigen shrinks the flames. So he shrinks these natural flames that are summoned by Kashin Koji. And that's just one of the things that didn't come to my mind. Like, it was all like, oh, how's he going to escape? He's like, he's trapped in the corner right now, right? That was the main thing. And he was at a weakened state. So I just, a little bit upset at myself that I didn't think about that. And the second thing is, Naruto was not even willing to sacrifice Kawaki. Because we were all on this whole... Boruto may have to be sacrificed type hype. I've seen that around out there a lot. Will Naruto kill Boruto? And I don't think anyone truly believed that. But what kind of slipped my mind, at least personally, was Naruto not even being willing to sacrifice Kawaki. And that could have been predicted because, you know, he's living inside the home and all that shit, blah, blah, blah. And he's even, you know, out buying vases and shit, you know, having family dinners and whatnot. But, the second thing is this whole new information we learned about karma rules. So there's rules to karma. It's not just so simply, here's my mark and I'm going to revive. And that was one of the things that was misunderstood from the last chapter because now we have 2 vessels, right? Everyone was like, okay, so how does that work? Is he halfway in Kawaki? Is he halfway in Jigen? What's popping? What's going on? And we now learned from this chapter, Kawaki is no longer a vessel. Kawaki, now that Isshiki has revived himself fully via Jigen, Kawaki's no longer a vessel. There's no more vessels for Jigen. So that's pushing forward more so into Amado's whole plan this whole time and shit. But my thing is about this karma is, does it extend life? Because if the whole thing, and why even have a vessel in the first place? If you're an Otsutsuki member, why need a vessel? I know you cheat in death. Like if you come to a point of, oh shit, I'm about to die. Okay, fuck. Maybe the whole vessel thing wasn't so much into the plan of what we're gonna head into as a series. It's more so just an ability that is being shown. Because that's the only. Because my whole thing was when we found out this whole Otsutsuki revival or resurrection type thing, I think that kind of caught a lot of my attention, at least, because I felt like the plot was going to be based a lot on that. But we're still in the beginnings of this shit. So maybe that's just a power that's being highlighted and it's phase 1 entering into whatever's going to happen next. Because it doesn't really seem, I don't know, like why even have a vessel at the end of the day if, like, it only makes sense. Let me just skip a lot of this shit because I wrote this shit down and I wrote, maybe the karma mark is something that is usually only passed down when in Otsutsuki form, and the big scientific breakthrough that was had between Isshiki and Amado was being able to transfer it while being in a vessel already. Maybe that was the whole new breakthrough, and what Amado got from that was, you know, it's forbidden science damn near. For the love of the knowledge, he just did the shit, fuck it. And of course, Jigen... But that's my thing. Is like, why do you need a fucking vessel? You're an Otsutsuki member. You have your vessel. Come back as Isshiki, right? Why not just do that? My only explanation for that is maybe it has an effect on the resurrection quality. Maybe if through Kawaki he resurrects himself, he's stronger. Does he lose any ability because he did it through Jigen? I don't know that. Like, he's a resurrection is a resurrection to me, right? My only thing that I could think of is, for whatever reason, Jigen or Isshiki wants to live through these vessels. There's something that I don't get it. So what the fuck? What's the point of even having a vessel, bruh? That's the shit I don't get. That's my main question. Like, why even have the vessels in the part? That's like that's how I feel right now after reading this. I was entertained by the true form and all that shit. I was by the main chunks of the story. I was entertained, right? But why the vessels? Like, I don't get it. Because it seems like how the vessel seems to work for me is like, say if I'm Isshiki and I put myself in this vessel. This is my vessel, right? I could hide in it. I could use it. It's like it's like having two lives. Because when this one's dead, okay, well now I'm an Otsutsuki again. Clearly, oh, you thought you killed me? Here's my true form. That just seems like what's happening. But why have that second shield? Why have that armor? Is that necessary for a plan that we don't know about yet? Like, is the whole karma mark a plan? Like, what the fuck? Because you would think after that fight with Kaguya, you got your vessel. All right, cool. I could be revived through this. Like, what the fuck? Like, that's what I don't get. Because when it was just Jigen, it's like, okay, well, he can't use all of the powers because he's Jigen. He's weak. If it's Kawaki, he could do it. But what the fuck is the point if it really just seems like the vessel is like a shell of skin? It's like when you fight these bosses, all right, that's one health bar gone, but here's my real health bar. Now you're fighting me for real. Like, what the fuck, bro? Like, it doesn't seem like it seems like he's powerful as shit still. That's my only beef with this chapter, man. I have more questions. I just have more questions. That's it. Let me get back to the list, because that was just like a spiel. That was a fucking, like, one off the course. I don't even remember where the fuck I was. Well, that was the vessel thing. So basically, my other point after does the process of the karma extend a life or whatever the fuck, was Jigen's body basically a super hype shadow clone? Like, is it basically, because that's what it feels like. Oh, we blew this motherfucker up with the fire, poof, and here's true form Isshiki. And then this being Amado's plan all along. So bringing out Ishiki's true form, showing his parasitic nature, and Kashin Koji dying. So my man's gonna get took out unless Naruto or someone or Sasuke could use his eye, transport them there, and save the motherfucker. Maybe they both use Rasengan, because that seems to be the end result in all these epic battles. A Rasengan has to get thrown. So maybe we'll see Naruto and Jiraiya, who we now know it's a clone Jiraiya, and Naruto fighting an Otsutsuki member. And I will get it. Like, let me show you an example of how I felt a little bit tug of war, because when I was getting, like, first of all, we see true form Isshiki, right? And I'm like, I fell in love with his character. He looked like a little bit like a young thug mixed with the Hulk. So like, if the Hulk was, I don't know, if he just met young thug and was like, let's have a baby, that's what we get out of Isshiki, right? And it seems like his ability was able to, I don't know if he was shrinking shit, but it's like, seemed like he crushed Kashin Koji's mask with his ability. And when that shit crushed, and we're starting to see his face reveal, and then all of a sudden we see Jiraiya laying on the floor, I thought, oh shit, did he kill Kashin Koji already? Because I was a little bit, I didn't really get that was like a flashback type thing or homage. I'm just thinking like, dog, he bodied him like that? Really, my nigga? And it was just like dialogue, you know, like little teaser shit. And then I see next, okay, we're finna get another fight. And maybe a climax at this point. Look at these motherfuckers in the middle of the street watching the nigga film a video. It's all good. And aside from that, let's see what else we got on these notes, man. And I'll wrap this shit the fuck up, because it's starting to feel like I'm unwanted in this bit. A lot of homeless people, man. A lot of homeless people in this area. And all right, so the way Amado kind of speaks of Kashin Koji, like, hey, man, yes, the plan was to bring out the true form of Isshiki, but what he doesn't know is, Kashin Koji, bro, you gonna die. And it makes me think of what he thinks about these creations, these tools. Kashin Koji is strictly just a tool. Katasuke was the one who fucked with Ao. Maybe seems like when you work on a person, give them scientific... Like, Ao doesn't seem like a tool, but he believes he's now a tool. Kashin Koji is strictly straight up a fucking tool, but he thinks he's a shinobi. That's the difference. I don't know if y'all caught that. I'm just bringing that shit up right now, man. I just got that shit right now. And it makes me think, what does Orochimaru think of Mitsuki? Is Mitsuki a tool? Because clearly Amado is just fucking strictly science. He reminds me more of Kabuto than he does an Orochimaru, but still has that same high power intellect, that high power knowledge of an Orochimaru. But the way he did, you know, the way he moving is kind of slimy. I still don't really trust him. I'm gonna keep it real. I just don't trust Amado. We need a little bit more answers. That's all I feel is we need more answers, and that's a good chapter. When you could leave this one, when you can leave this chapter and go on to the next one, wanting more, that's a success. Overall, I did like the chapter. I'm sweating like a motherfucker. But that's my thing, man. I just want to just say this shit a few more times. Is this true form of Isshiki a weaker version of what he could potentially be? Because we're starting to, like, remember the whole thing was Jigen's body was weak, Kawaki's body was better. So, like, but if the point is not to use their bodies and it's just to have a point of revival, of a resurrection, then why does the quality really even matter? So that's what I'm saying. Like, there's a few things that I still want answers. And Sasuke, you're going to have to do your investigation, bro. Get up in Amado's ass, because right now he's kind of playing. Like, he's kind of acting like, I feel like he has this attitude where he's talking down on my cuz, like, on my dudes. I don't know, man. I hope this was a good enough quality video. You could see I'm getting hot. I'm getting worked up. I got food in the car. I got to go home and eat. I'm going to read this chapter a few more times. And now, because I didn't go in, I didn't watch anyone else's videos or anything like that. So now I'm going to be in the YouTube comments and all that shit. I'm going to be, you know, I need to get with my brothers and just figure this shit out. Did y'all have questions too? Maybe I'll be a little bit more better with my writing than I am my explaining when I get into these other YouTubers videos and shit. I haven't watched anything. I don't know what the questions are, what the beefs are with this chapter yet. I kind of just wanted to have my own unfiltered thing going on and then express myself. Like I said, I did like this chapter, but it's just like this whole karma seal. It's different from how I feel the curse mark worked, where the karma seal just seems like an insemination, really. It's just like, there's no power to go along with it. There's nothing really but like, here, hey, when I die, bruh, I'm coming out through you. It just seems like that's all that's really for. So it's, whereas, I don't know, man. I don't know. And then another thing I noticed with the curse mark is it kind of seems like it's the anti version of the karma mark, because the karma doesn't really do too well with the natural energy. And the curse mark uses natural energy. So maybe Orochimaru kind of has this thing, or maybe they bind. Maybe they could create this super thing. And let's not forget, man, Jugo and Kimimaro, best friends. Why were they so, like, why was Jugo and his curse mark the only thing to kind of, or why was Kimimaro the only thing to calm down Jugo and his, like, wild abilities? And why was Orochimaru kind of so infatuated with Kimimaro? Remember, that was going to be the perfect vessel until he got sick. He's from the Otsutsuki clan, remember? Or the Kaguya clan. He's from the Kaguya clan. We still don't know too much about Jugo's clan. We just call that shit the Jugo clan. No one knows about them savages ass niggas. I'm just throwing out some shit. And this is a 13-minute video. Hopefully it's good enough. Hopefully this suffices. Hopefully I got all my points across and my questions. Maybe I don't sound so much like a dumbass. And that was my thing. I just want to be, my goal for this is just to be a dude who likes the show. Just a fan of the show and a regular dude who has questions. I want to go to the fucking Swag Kage and find shit out. I want to go to these different, you know, people and find more shit out. I don't want to be the guy who knows it all. I'm a fan, bro, and I just do this because I want to. My niggas don't fuck with Boruto, okay? They don't like Boruto. They just think he's trash. They think it's fucking trash. I love this shit. I don't know anyone else personally who loves it. Hopefully I find someone through YouTube who fucks with this shit and we can talk about this shit all this fucking time. But that's my thing, man. I'm interested in seeing what happens next, but this whole... It's a little murky. It's a little bit murky. Like, what's the point of having the vessel in the first place? Like, what's the point of the vessel? Besides resurrection, why does the quality matter if you're just going to resurrect and be an Otsutsuki? Why does Isshiki, why is he on this hunt? Why can't he just fulfill his plan as an Otsutsuki member? That's my question, like, you know? And I hope we figure that out. But peace.